My name is Kristen Gill and I teach grade 5 in North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I've been teaching for 17 years. My school is situated in the beautiful traditional territory of the Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh Nations, right near the tree line of a local mountain. The Boyle rainforest setting is a beautiful place to work and learn. Last year I was chosen as a National Geographic Grosvenor Teacher Fellow, and I had the privilege to explore with them on an expedition in the British and Irish Isles. I value maps as incredible teaching tools, and I knew they would be part of my capstone project. I just want to take a minute to talk about the amazing and challenging job it is to teach human and physical geography in a place like Canada. We currently have a population of just over 35 million people, but of course most of us live in the southern part of the country. We have incredible cultural diversity and freedom here, with over 100 languages being spoken, and that's not including the 62 Indigenous languages we have here. We have the second largest political border on the planet, with 9,985,000 kilometers squared, but most of our population lives in the southern half of the country. We span both 7 climate zones and 7 physical zones, which not only dictate where people live, how they live their lives, and where we get our resources from. I wanted my capstone project to be an interdisciplinary project using math and science and language arts and social studies skills and knowledge, where the kids would learn about their country, learn about why people live where they do, and how their lives are affected by where they live. The first thing we did was explore National Geographic's Map Maker Interactive. The kids had a lot of fun learning how maps could be used and made. From there, we went to Stats Canada, and the kids picked from a myriad of topics what interested them and what they wanted to learn about our country. Once they had all their tables, we worked together to figure out how to interpret it, look at the data, make the ranges, organize the information. We even looked closely at the data tables to the notations and what do those notations mean for the people they are representing. As they started their projects, the children's natural curiosity was coming out as they were pursuing their own information, but then becoming intensely interested in the information of those around them. They started sitting together, collaborating, talking about their maps, making natural groupings and classifications before I even suggested it to them. They were taking leadership and responsibility roles, helping each other with their maps and giving suggestions as to the type of thematic map they should be doing and what techniques were working for them. The empowerment and observation skills were really coming through in this project by things I was hearing the kids say and the things they were volunteering to say. Just one example of many on how this project had a profound impact on the kids' communication skills and their collaboration and their willingness to share their learning with others. There was one boy who rarely puts his hand up. He had been silently wandering the room for some of the work periods, looking at other kids' maps, sometimes chatting with them about the maps, and he put his hand up one day to make an observation. He was tying into our unit from the past, which had talked about the settlement of Canada and that we humans go for resources. Well, he was saying, well, the bigger the city, the bigger the amount of people, the more cars and the more air pollution this would have. I took this and we had a class discussion about how it's like in Delhi, where they have a lot of air pollution, and what it's like in the British Isles, where they don't have very much pollution in the rural areas.
I noticed that in the population map, BC has more population than Nunavut, when Nunavut is also a bigger territory than BC is as a province.
This is a different boy, and he's just one example of many of the thinking and connections that were going on when the kids got a hold of 1 or 2 or more of these maps. He had so much to say, I had to cut his segment a little bit short. I think the biggest noticeable impact of this project for me as a teacher was how the kids' knowledge of their country and of Canada's human story has grown during this time. And I had a parent come to me saying she wasn't aware these kind of maps were around, and her child taught her that at the dinner table. Well, there's my capstone project. I hope you enjoyed watching it, were inspired by it, got some ideas from it somehow. I think that's what we're all about as teachers, sharing information and ideas. Thank you for watching, and see you again from the Boreal Forest of North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Footprint is in the exact same spot as population. It just looks really amazing. You could select the base map. There's pretty much anyone you want. There is lots of layers you can add. If you add every single one of them, it looks really, really strange.
Thanks for watching my capstone video project. And